All right. Hello,
All right.
everyone. I'm here with actually some commentary from my opponent as well for my second week match in the fourth season of the Wooper Club League Draft League format. So I'm Mr. Quality, also
And
known
I'm
as Cat Measles
Haberfish.
here. Yep. Oh, yeah. And my opponent, Haberfish, with the Cleveland Castforms. My team is the Cincinnati Incineroar. So, yeah, with that being said, here is our selection of Pokemon that we both brought to the game. I will go ahead and talk through my side, and then Matt can give a little bit about his, and then
Sounds
we'll
good.
jump right into it. So, my team is mostly the same as last time. If you happen to see that video, um, the only substitution I made was I dropped Cinderace and brought Golurk because I was really afraid of Zero Aura. It was disappointingly one base speed faster than Dragapult, and that was like, I don't know, it would have that one point of speed, affected my entire like thought process, honestly, for making this team because I couldn't just throw some weird thing on Dragapult to make sure that I was faster. I needed to make sure I wouldn't be taken down. Um,
Yeah, that was interesting from your experience with the draft leagues that you were looking at speed tiers. I think made one speed tier choice, which is Cursula. I made a little bit faster, and then after the fact, I realized, oh my god, this can be um, a trick room team. And I was like, oh no, okay, so maybe that wasn't the right choice, but I kept it.
yeah, yeah, and I definitely have drafted like some Pokemon that can take advantage of Trick Room because I haven't brought it to any matches yet, but I have Reuniqueless as well, and so that like paired with Bronzong alone. Plus, you can throw some like borderline slow Pokemon on there, like Golurk and maybe even Slurpuff. Although Slurpuff is faster than you might think. It's like base 72, and then with Unburden, it gets up there. Although I went for a different Slurpuff set this time, brought minimal um, speed on it. I think I just put 4 on in case it ended up doubling. But honestly, I didn't really need any of its abilities. Like Sweet Veil might have been okay, but I didn't really think that there was any threat from his team of like putting me to sleep. So I just figured, why not maybe make myself faster than something.
Yeah,
Still brought the citrus berry on it. And then Charizard, same weakness policy set as last time. Um, Bronzong has leftovers, although I heavily changed the moveset here. Well, I guess not heavily, but I swapped out Psychic for Sunny Day because I really wanted to take advantage of Solar Power on Charizard this time. And then, so that led to an entire move set of non-attacking moves. So that will be interesting to see how that played out. And then Mo Rotom did some interesting things here. I brought Lagging Tail on it, uh, which I really wanted to get onto Zero Aura, and we'll
yeah,
see
that was
if
fun.
that
That was a
worked
fun
or
surprise.
not. Yeah.
We'll see
Uh,
where that shows up.
yep. And then Dragapult, a kind of interesting set. I was not max speed because I knew I wasn't going to be faster than Zero Aura anyway. And I ran a mixed set similar to last time, although I don't think I really used it all that much last time. I have Dragon Dance on here, but my only physical move is Dragon Darts. And then I have Thunderbolt and Fire Blast. And I did some specific EVing. I wanted to be able to one hit KO Ice Cube with Fire Blast if the sun was up. And so that's like how I came up with that philosophy. And then, I just kind of dumped like what was left over into speed. And then I'm pretty sure like that was enough for me to outspeed the rest of his team outside of Zero Aura um, under regular circumstances. And then Golurk, yeah, just wanted ground type to counter Zero Aura. And, it packs a punch, but it's pretty slow. So, kind of situational with when I can throw that out there. So just go ahead and give a little bit about your team now, Matt.
Yeah, yeah. So my philosophy is a little bit different, not having played a lot of draft league and thinking more about like the surprises that I'm going to encounter. So I was really focused on keeping the same team that I was familiar with last week, but also making a few changes because I saw Matt's Charizard sweep and I was very concerned. And I was happy that my in our version of this that we have um, the Dynamax Pokemon. So my Dynamax Warlord was like a good match for Charizard. So, but Matt had planned for that. So I guess I wanted to set up. I was worried that Ice Cube wouldn't be able to do a lot because there were a lot of special attackers. So that was one thing. And then Cursula, I just wanted more defense. So that was my big change this week. Was I added Cursula, And then the rest of the team's kind of well rounded, so I just kept it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah, and you
kept
can
most
thank
of it.
IceQ for being the reason why I brought so many special attackers because I
Right.
didn't want to risk getting set up on at all.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. So
so
that was, yeah. We've talked about Ice Cube before in the past. So okay, cool.
yeah, all right, I think we're ready here. We're just gonna try and play it out. If we feel the need to pause, then we can do that. But we're gonna, yeah, kind of go
Yeah,
through our thought process on how this match went. I think we had a really good one this week. So, all right,
yeah.
let's get it
Oh,
started.
actually, wait.
Oh,
There's one more thing I should add.
yeah,
Um, I feel is important. One major strategy around my team is that since I realized I had no defoggers on my entire 10 Pokemon list and no rapid spinners, that I've decided to work out a strategy where I do not have to switch out a lot, and so I'm also very afraid of hazards. So, anyways, okay. That
yeah.
being said,
Okay, let's go. All right, so battle starts. So there's I lead Slurpuff. He leads Drapion. So I'm kind of thinking I want to go for sticky webs here, and I'm thinking he might try and knock me
right,
off, which would
totally afraid of sticky webs, so I use taunt.
yeah. And I was not expecting that, sadly. So he gets some webs up. I go for play rough, which does not do as much as I wanted, but then again, like I mentioned, I kind of went for a more defensive set here. Um, Figured he was
I'm
going for the
trying
second layer, so I figured it was safe to switch out here. And since I'm floating, I don't get poisoned. Um,
to. I'm just trying
little
to set up poison saved me last match, so I like poison.
yeah.
Didn't even notice the defog because there was a lot happening in the chat.
Yeah.
So
And he does reveal that he has knockoff anyway and gets rid of the lagging tail, which I really wanted, as I mentioned, to get on Zero Aura. So unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But
yeah,
now I
and then
am
I was
quite a bit
like,
faster. Uh, and so, yeah, I bring in Golurk here. And I had a Colbur Berry, actually, in case he did knock off, so that would do less.
yeah, I
To
probably should have used knockoff there.
Yeah, would have knocked the berry off as I consumed it. But yeah, I think that's how that interaction works. But anyway, yeah, not taking a lot of damage there and able to take down Drapion. Then I bring in Bronzong here against Wailord with that very beautiful nickname. He goes for Surf as I go for Sunny Day. So yeah, I was really looking to like capitalize on this with Charizard here and maybe even Dragapult. But I kind of got carried away with this little interaction right here because you see I go for Toxic against Necrozma on the switch.
Yeah,
And
I wanted to save that Wailord. I was so afraid of that Charizard, so I wanted to save it.
yeah, and I didn't know what he had, so I like
Yeah,
went for
and I had
Protect
Heat Wave, so I
to
was
bait
like,
him
oh, I
out.
can use Heat Wave.
Yeah,
Now that you
and
set up this
so
Sunny.
now all of a sudden I've set up Heat Wave, or I've set up the Sun for his Heat Wave here, and I do not have Heat Proof, although I was very close to bringing it. But yeah, it's very scary, very powerful, and I'm just like, well, I mean, nothing on my team really wants to take a hit from that. Like Charizard maybe, but then I'm still like lower on health than I want to be, and plus taking damage from solar power every turn. So here I am stalling it out. Probably, if I knew I was going to survive that, then I wouldn't have protected. But I mean, you're at +2 and it's super effective. Although I guess, yeah, the sun's gone by that point, so it was kind of
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going to happen. I was just like, I don't want him to be able to. I didn't have really any answers that I wanted to use at the time.
Yeah. So Bronzong goes down, but at the same turn, the Toxic does get him. So kind of an interesting neutral matchup there. Didn't expect that, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
that does mean that I am not going to be able to set up Sun because I do have Gigantamax Charizard, which will not set up the Sun with its fire moves. So he successfully burns Rotom.
I predicted that Volt Switch, but I decided not to do anything.
Yeah.
I almost used Zero Aura there.
Yeah, another big thing that just
Charizard.
happened, I got the Eviolite off of Corsola, so that's going to lower its defense quite a bit, allowing the Max Airstream to then take the knockout because it's not getting that defensive boost anymore.
So you're fast, and so I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta use Wailord now.
Yeah, and so this is where I really want the Sun because first of all, water moves would be doing half, and my attacks would be doing 50% more. So it doesn't look like that would have made that max overgrowth KO, but like I might have survived that. I don't actually know. I haven't done the calculation, but it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Well, and then I would have taken damage from solar power too, so it would be very close. And yeah, so I'm gonna come in since I don't have the lagging tail anymore. I am fast enough to hit first. Taking some burn
Yeah.
damage.
Maybe I should have switched there, but oh, it's out.
Yeah, so I've got the lead on Pokemon here. Zero Aura is doing not a lot. I have 252 HP and defense on this Rotom this week.
And that trick was crazy. I'm so sick of trick.
Yeah, I didn't get to do like what I wanted to do with Trick, but I got to do like some interesting stuff. I did think as a backup plan that taking the Eviolite would be nice because I didn't like bring any knockoff users. But you know, definitely my main intention was to get the Lagging Tail onto Zero Aura because I know it's so fast. And here the
So
Sticky
I
Webs
used
are up.
Grass Knot there because I was predicting a Golurk switch in because I thought you might think that I was using Plasma Fist right away, but then
Yeah.
you didn't switch in, so I was like, okay, I'll keep using Plasma Fist.
Yeah, and so here I'm noticing that Slurpuff is not taking a whole lot from Zero Aura, and so I'm kind of just like stalling him out, and you notice that like I have Stealth Rock and Sticky Web on the other side. Even though I knew he only had one Pokemon left, I was like, you know, I don't want to mess around with Ice Cube, and you know, I kind of did a lot of the team building around this, and so I wanted it to like, you know, I specifically the Sticky Web. I wanted to make sure that anything I sent out was faster than it in case I was in a position where I needed to like break the Ice Face to deal further damage to it because it gets faster when it changes to Noise form. And so Zero Aura is going to take that KO. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't, I guess. I don't know. And then somehow that didn't KO, which was pretty big because that allows me to take out Zero Aura, which I think I might not have been able to do otherwise. I don't know if Dragapult would have survived a play rough. So here is where everything kind of starts to change. It's a very close game here. I go for Earthquake and break the Ice Face.
And I was hoping for it.
Yeah, and so now he's very fast, and it's very important because if I were max speed Dragapult, then I would be faster here, and I would go for Fire Blast, and provided I hit, I would have won. I might not have even needed Fire Blast, but since it was not max speed and he was now in Noise form with a base 130 speed instead of whatever pitiful speed it is before, like I don't know, 50 or something like that.
Yeah, something bad.
Yeah, he is going to be able to outspeed me there, which is sad. And I was like thinking after the match that if I had like with Golurk, you know, just not attacked until I went down, like just kept spamming
Stealth Rock.
Yeah, Stealth Rock over and over again. Then
would have been a winning
eventually he would have to like knock me out because I mean it's not like you can set up any more than max attack, right?
Right. Yeah.
Unless you had a substitute, which like you didn't have substitute, did you?
I mean, I could or could not have. I don't know.
At this point, well, yeah, I guess
I had substitute.
Oh,
I did. Okay. I think maybe I would have been smart enough to use a substitute.
Oh, actually, so even if you had done that, Dragapult has Infiltrator, which lets it hit past substitute.
Right. Oh, yeah. So that wouldn't have helped me in the end.
Yeah. So
okay. Yeah. So Stealth Rock over and over again would have been, you know, the saving strategy right there.
Yeah. And you know, the only reason that it was an issue in the first place kind of ties back to the full circle point that Matt made, where he mentioned that you know, he was really afraid of hazards, and so he had heavy duty boots on multiple Pokemon, including Ice Cube here. When I use Ice Cube in my other draft league, I typically run a Salac Berry on it, but Matt has the heavy duty boots, which prevented it from getting the speed drop, and if it got the speed drop, then Dragapult would have been able to attack first, and you know, provided that it hit that 85% chance Fire Blast, then I would have won there. So lots of very like situational stuff at the end here.
85% chance, yeah. Well, I'll show you something else too. Is I was using Ice Punch there. I was not using Ice Punch in the last battle, so I'll be switching back and forth based on how risky I'm feeling that week, like whether or not I did a good job in the stock market and Animal Crossing. Things, so
very cool. Definitely, I mean, as you can see, a very close match with a 1 point differential. Had me on the ropes. I think there was a lot of like not only good playing like within the match, but you can tell that a lot of the battle was like won on both sides, like before the battle even started, like in the prep. And I mean, it ended up deciding it for you with the heavy duty boots and stuff. And so that's one interesting thing about draft league, like, knowing what you're potentially going to be up against. Like, you can get things significantly more in your favor just by building that way. And
it's a
I
very good
think
format.
we were both like somewhat prepared for that, and I think that that really made the difference for you here. And so, congratulations. Obviously
Thank you. Oh,
feels
this
sad to
is very
lose,
fun.
but you played well, and so you can't be too mad about that. So
Thanks. Yeah. Oh no, we'll see each other again in the finals. It'll
that's
be
right.
fun.
Yeah, Matt actually knocked me out first round in the last season where we actually did VGC. I came in as the number 1 seed, and he took me out.
Big
So
upset.
yeah, so I'll be looking for revenge. Didn't get it today, but just you wait. All right,
All right.
that's all for now. Thanks so much for tuning in, and thanks so much for joining me, Matt, and I will
Yep.
catch you all
Thank
later.
you.